Hey explorers, gather around. I've got this super cool story to tell you about today. Remember, we talked about what Shakti Pithas are and that there are 51 of them and some outside India as well? Today, we are going to explore about one of them in Pakistan. Yes, you heard it right. A Shakti Peeth and other ancient Hindu temples in Pakistan. Pakistan was a part of Akhand Bharat up till 1947, and of course, the population there consisted of geographies including Hindus, Sikhs, and other religions just like present day India. And I'm going to take you on a journey to four special temples in Pakistan: Umarkot Shiv Mandir, Hinglaj Temple, Katas Raj Temple, and Panchmukhi Hanuman Temple. Each one of them has their own epic tale, and I promise it's gonna be awesome. Let's dive in. Picture a vast desert in Balochistan's Hingol National Park. By the way, Balochistan is currently in Pakistan, where the Hingol River winds through the rugged mountains. In a small cave glowing with sacred energy is the Hinglaj Mata Mandir. Today, it is called Hinglaj Mata Mandir or Nani Mandir by local Zikri Muslims, but in ancient Sanskrit texts, it was known as Hingula Peeth or Hinglaj Devi Peeth. It is one of the 51 Shakti Peeths, sacred sites where parts of Devi Sati fell, as described in the texts like the Devi Purana or the Mahabharata Purana. The story starts with a heartbreaking event. Sati, the daughter of Prajapati Daksha, married Bhagwan Shiva against her father's wishes. Daksha held a grand yajna but did not invite Sati or Shiv. When Sati went anyway, Daksha insulted her and mocked Shiv. Unable to bear the pain, Sati entered the fire. Shiva, in deep sorrow, carried her body across the cosmos. Vishnu ji used his Sudarshan Chakra to divide her body into 108 parts, and her Brahma Randhra, her head, fell at Hinglaj, making it a powerful Shakti Peeth. Here, Devi is worshipped as Kotari and Shiva as Bhimalochan, located at Koteshwar, Gujarat. There is an unusual story too. Long ago, a demon named Hingol troubled the people nearby. Devi appeared, chased him to the cave, and defeated him. Before he died, Hingol asked that the place be named after him, and Devi agreed. Another mysterious tale says the cave has a secret passage to another Shakti Peeth, but no one has traced its end. Some pilgrims during Hinglaj Yatra claim that they see Devi's face in the cave rocks, but only if their intentions are pure. Every April, over 250,000 pilgrims join the Hinglaj Yatra, a 4-day trek from Karachi, offering 3 coconuts to Devi. Pandits chant mantras on the 3rd day, and it's a big celebration. Not just Hindus, but Zikri Muslims and Sufis visit, calling it Nani Mandir. A Sufi poet, Shah Abdul, wrote about his visit in his poem Sur Ramakali, saying he offered milk and saw Devi. Another odd story: Aghoris, who follow a unique path, see Hinglaj as their Kul Devi and hold secret rituals in the cave. Pilgrims also visit the Chandragupt mud volcano, believed to be Shiva's embodiment, tossing coconuts into its crater for blessings. Now you'll ask that how do you know that all this is true? The name Hingula Peeth is found in ancient texts like the Kolar Nava Tantra, Kubjika Tantra, Peetha Nirnaya, and Shiva Sharatha, which list the Shakti Peethas. The Chandi Mangal, a 16th century text, also mentions Hinglaj. The name Nani Mandir is used today by locals, but Hingula Peeth is its ancient name. For more details, you can look at the official Mata Hinglaj website. These sources, along with historical records, confirm the mandir's importance and its stories. When I first heard of this story, the idea of Devi's face in the rocks felt so mysterious. I wonder what it's like to see that. So here are some pictures for you. Now let our imagination take us from the mountains of Balochistan to the beautiful Potohar Plateau in the Punjab region of Pakistan. Here, surrounding a mystical shimmering pond, stand the ancient Katas Raj Temples. This sacred pond, known as Katas Kund, has a very poignant story connected to Bhagwan Shiva. It is said that after Devi Sati left her mortal form, Bhagwan Shiva was utterly heartbroken, and as he wandered the earth inconsolably, his tears of immense sorrow fell in two places. And from these tears, two sacred ponds were formed. One is the holy Pushkar Lake in India, and the other is this very Katas Kund here at Katas Raj. So you see, this place is too deeply connected to the story of Sati Devi and Bhagwan Shiva, a place born from divine grief. Do you know this is one of the places linked to Mahabharata as well? It is believed that the Pandavas Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul, Arjun and Sahadev spent a significant part of their 12-year exile in this very region. And it was here, by this sacred pond, that one of the most famous episodes of the Mahabharata took place, the Yaksha Prashna or the Yaksha's questions. One day, during their exile, the Pandavas felt extremely thirsty. One by one, Nakul, Sahadev, then Arjun, and finally the mighty Bhim went to drink water from the Katas Kund. But a mysterious Yaksha, a powerful celestial nature spirit, guarded the pond. The Yaksha warned each of them, "Do not drink this water until you answer my questions." But overcome by thirst, they ignored the warning and drank the water and immediately fell as if lifeless. Finally, Yudhishthir, the eldest and known for his unwavering commitment to Dharma, arrived at the pond. He was shocked to see his brothers lying still. He too heard the Yaksha's voice, but unlike the brothers, Yudhishthir showed great patience and wisdom. He respectfully agreed to answer the Yaksha's questions before touching the water. The Yaksha then asked many profound questions about life, death, happiness, and dharma. For example, the Yaksha asked, "What is swifter than the wind?" And Yudhishthir replied, "The mind, O Yaksha." He answered every question with deep understanding and humility. Impressed by Yudhishthir's wisdom and especially by his fairness, when he offered to revive only one brother, Yudhishthir chose Nakul so that both his mothers, Kunti and Madhari, would have at least one son living. The Yaksha was very pleased. He then revealed his true form. He was none other than Yama Dharmaraj, the Lord of Justice and Death, and Yudhishthir's own divine father who had come to test his son's virtue. Yama then revived all the Pandava brothers. This incredible story, the Yaksha Prashna, is found in the Vana Parva, the forest book of our great epic, the Mahabharata. It teaches us that wisdom and righteousness are more powerful than mere physical strength. The temples at Katas Raj, some dedicated to Bhagwan Shiva and others to Bhagwan Ram and Hanumanji, are built in a beautiful architecture style similar to the ancient temples of Kashmir, with distinctive pointed roofs, fluted pillars, and trefoil arches. Some traditions even say that Bhagwan Krishna himself laid the foundation of one of the temples here and established a handmade Shiva Lingam. Today, it's known as Katas Raj Temples, but in ancient times, it was known as Kataksha Tirth in the Mahabharat. There are some unusual stories too. Locals believe the Katas pond is guarded by the Yaksha spirit, and at night you might hear faint whispers of his riddles if you linger too long. Another tale says the pond's waters can bring peace to those who bathe during the Maha Shivaratri, but only if they're honest like Yudhishthir. Some visitors claim the mandir's ancient carvings glow softly under a full moon, and no one knows why. Maybe it's Shiva's blessings? I mean, it's so enchanting, right? A pond from Shiva's tears and glowing carvings? It feels like a magical place. Now, do you want to know how old is this place? The mandir is very old. The name Kataksha Tirth comes from the Mahabharat, and Chinese travelers like Fahian in the 4th century and Huyin Sang in the 7th century wrote about it in their travels. It was built during the Hindu Shahi era between 615 and 950 CE. Guru Nanak Ji and Maharaja Ranjit Singh also visited. The mandir is being restored now with a new shikhar added in 2017, and pilgrims from India visit for Maha Shivaratri. Now our journey takes us to the bustling modern city of Karachi in the province of Sindh. Here, amidst the city's life, stands a very ancient and special temple dedicated to one of the greatest devotees and heroes of the Ramayana, Sri Hanumanji. This is the Panchmukhi Hanuman Mandir. This temple is believed to be astonishingly old, perhaps around 1500 years, and there is a beautiful legend connecting it directly to Bhagwan Ram. It is said that during his long exile, Bhagwan Ram himself visited this very spot. Centuries ago, a wondrous murti or idol of Hanumanji was excavated, unearthed from the ground at this location. But this was no ordinary murti. It is believed that it wasn't made by human hands. It was divinely revealed, a Swayambhu Murti, meaning self-manifested. Panchmukhi means Hanumanji with 5 faces, and Swayambhu means it is a direct manifestation of the divine, making the place exceptionally sacred. This rare and powerful Murti shows Hanumanji with 5 divine faces. Each face, Hanuman, then Narsimha, the man-lion avatar of Vishnu, Adi Varaha, the boar avatar of Vishnu, Hayagriva, the horse-headed avatar of Vishnu, a god of wisdom, and Garud, the mighty eagle carrier of Vishnu, has its own special power and symbolism. Together, these 5 faces represent Hanumanji's immense strength, his fearless courage, his profound knowledge, and his supreme ability to protect his devotees from all dangers from all directions. Remember, we did a story on Hanumanji? If you haven't heard it, go and hear it now. It is a place of powerful spiritual vibrations, A special devotional practice here is performing 108 parikramas. A parikrama is walking around the sacred inner part of the temple in a clockwise direction. It is said that completing 108 such rounds can help remove difficulties from one's life and bring great blessings. The temple itself is beautifully built with yellow stone, and even when renovations were done recently, great care was taken to use the original type of stone to maintain its ancient and authentic appearance. Grand festivals, especially Hanuman Jayanti, the birthday of Hanumanji, are celebrated here with immense joy, devotion, and thousands of devotees gathering to offer their prayers. Our final stop is in Sindh at the Umarkot Shiv Mandir. Long ago, it was called Umarkot Shiv Mandir, named after the old city of Umarkot. But today, it's simply Umarkot Shiv Mandir. It's said to be the oldest mandir in Sindh, and its story is truly special. A long time ago, a cowherd noticed his cow giving milk to a stone every day. When he looked closer, he found a Shiva Lingam buried in the ground. The villagers built a mandir around it, and they say the lingam kept growing over time, so they marked its height to keep track. That's how the mandir began. There are some unusual stories too. People believe the cow spirit still lingers around the mandir, and on quiet nights you may hear a soft moo near the lingam. Another tale says that during Maha Shivaratri, when the Pandits chant certain mantras, the lingam seems to hum or vibrate as if it's alive with Shiva's energy. There's also an old well near the mandir where offerings like flowers and coins disappear overnight, and no one knows where they go. Some say Shiva takes them himself. Isn't that intriguing? A growing lingam and a cow spirit? It's like the mandir is alive with stories. But explorers, let's now find out how we got to know about this. The name Umarkot comes from the ancient name of the city found in Sindhi traditions and historical records. Now it's called as Umarkot. The story of the lingam and the cow comes from the oral traditions passed down by Sindhu's Hindu community.
The all Hindu Panchayat of Umarkot takes care of everything, and they have a guest house and a community hall for visitors. The temple looks really pretty with a staircase painted yellow and red that leads to a courtyard. There's even a little spot for Goddess Durga under a peepal tree, all decorated with saffron and shiny mosaics. There are also samadhis, which are like memorials for holy people, like a priest named Bhagat Vinraj from Thar. The entrance has big words that say Jai Gurudev, which means long live the Guru, and inside there are red and white marbles everywhere.
So you guys, these 4 temples, Umarkot Shiv Mandir, Hinglaj Temple, Katas Raj Temple, and Panchmukhi Hanuman Temple, are like treasures from a super old time. They're tied to stories from the Mahabharata, Ramayana, Devi Bhagavata Puran, and Shiva Puran. They're not just buildings, they're places where gods like Shiva, Durga, and Hanuman showed up to make the world more magical. Even though Pakistan is mostly Muslim now, these temples are still alive because of awesome people like the All Hindu Panchayat, Hinglaj Seva Mandali, and even the government helping out. They've had tough times like when the Katas Raj pond dried up or when Panchmukhi Hanuman's land was taken, but the Hindu community keeps them going. Every year, thousands of people visit these temples, especially during Maha Shivaratri, Hinglaj Yatra, or Katas Raj Dham. They pray, sing, and tell these stories just like I'm telling you now. So, what do you think? Wanna pretend we're pilgrims and visit one of these magical places someday? Hope you liked the story of the week. Hope to see you all next week. And don't forget to like our videos and share them with your friends. Bye bye.